Hello, I'm just about to sow some celery seeds. If you're a follower of my channel, you'll know that I grew celery last year in 10-inch pots and grew it quite successfully. I've also grown carrots in 10-inch pots, I've grown leeks in 10-inch pots, I've grown beetroot in 10-inch pots, I've grown all sorts in 10-inch pots. But when you sow the pot, you need to be careful that you don't oversow it. You need to be careful that you don't put too many seeds in there, because if you do, all you'll get is scraggly veg. It'll just be stragglers. There won't be any veg of any size in there because you've oversown the pot. So it's important that you make the attempt to sow your seeds thinly, and it's important that you don't overcrowd your pot by sowing your seeds thinly. If you don't do that, as I've already said, you'll finish up with lots of tops, not much bottoms. They'll be scraggly. So the reason I'm shooting this video now is to show you a simple trick that might help you sow your pots thinly. I'm not advocating that this should be used in the raised bed or down the allotment. It's a bit fiddly, but if you're going to sow your pots indoors, this is the trick for you. But before we do that, let's just check the size of these, the different sizes of the seeds that we get with these veg. Okay, so this is a runner bean streamline. See how big these guys are. These are quite big, aren't they? Streamline. So you've no problem picking those up as individuals. And I did actually grow some of these runner beans last year in 10-inch pots. I never actually made a video of that, but it was a success, believe me. And I'm going to grow them again in 10-inch pots this year, and I will make a video this time. So that's a broad bean. This is a pea, it's an Oregon sugar snap, and as you can see, peas are easily picked up. Oops, and easily dropped. I don't grow those in pots. These are generally grown in the raised bed. Okay. These are courgettes. This is Defender, it's an F1. And as you can see, when you sow these guys, you've no problem picking these up. Oh yeah, you can easily handle those. Now we get to this end and we're on to beetroot. And this is bolt RD. And again, these seeds, yeah, you pick those up one at a time. You know, you don't have a problem picking beetroot seeds up. These are, in actual fact, these aren't a seed, they're a cluster of seeds. When you plant that, you may get 2 or 3 seedlings from that, depends on the size of the cluster. But as you can see, beetroot seeds are easily picked up. Now, when we get to parsnips, yeah, you can probably pick those up, but I've got a neat trick to show you for picking these seeds up. The leek seeds get smaller still, the carrot seeds get smaller still, and the celery seeds, if you can see those, I'll be very, very surprised. I'm on the wrong side of the camera. I'll only see this when I run it back. But those seeds are so small, it's unbelievable. So this is the trick. We want to pick these seeds up one at a time. Just a matchstick, okay, and some water in a bottle cap. We wet the end of the matchstick and we dab it onto the seed. Oh, how good is that? One seed picked up. Now when you come to plant that, you just knock it off like that. Okay. Now I will give you a word of warning here. Quite often these guys don't want to drop off because they become stuck to the matchstick. So what you need to do is, as you touch the top of the compost, draw the matchstick slightly across the top of the compost so it knocks the seed off. Then you need to bring the matchstick back up close and check that that seed has dropped off. Now sometimes compost will stick on the end of the matchstick and that can give you a false impression. But if you're doing this indoors, you know, you've got time, you're not in any great hurry, you're only sowing seeds in a pot, you're not sowing hundreds or thousands of these things, you're only sowing a few dozen. So you've got the time to do that. Look, we'll do it again, let's try another one. How's that? One parsnip seed, I hope you can see that. And so you can plant those individually. Right, now the other thing I'd advise you to do as well is, when you pick these up, if the seeds are lying close together, you'll pick more than one up at a time. So the idea is, spread them out with the matchstick so that you can see them as individuals. I'm not too sure if this is on camera. I can't, as I say it. I'm not too sure if you can see that. Camera might not be focusing. Okay, easy enough done. Right, we'll try another one. See if we get this one. Okay, these are carrots, so we'll do a carrot now. These are a much lighter, smaller seed. You might not see these. There is a carrot seed on the end of that matchstick. I don't know if you can tell it. I'm just trying to get the best light that I can. I'm not too sure if we're in focus, but that's a carrot seed. So if you're to plant that carrot seed, knock it off on the top of the compost, check the matchstick. Let's try it again, one more carrot seed. Yeah, first time, pick the carrot seed up, top of the compost, knock it off, check the matchstick. Okay, so that gets your carrot seeds sown thinly. Now then, these celery seeds are the smallest seed in the whole wide world, I'm positive. I'm going to pick one up very delicately. Now that is a celery seed on the end of a matchstick. So that's how you can pick them up as individuals. But yeah, all these I've grown celery, carrots, leeks, beetroot, all successfully in pots. There's videos on the channel if you want to have a look. And so yeah, that's how you pick your small seeds up. Bigger seeds, no problem, just pick them up. Don't drop them, otherwise they're all over the place. Smaller seeds, you might want to try a wet matchstick. So I hope this little tip has been useful, is some use to you. In fact, you may want to put some seeds on the kitchen table now and try it. Give it a go, see if you can pick them up with a matchstick. That, I must admit, is the easiest bit, the picking up. The dropping off onto the compost can be a bit fiddly, but what I tend to do is I have the compost firmed down, the seeds dropped on the compost, and then I drizzle some compost on top and then firm it down again. Okay, and the compost that's in the pot that's already firmed down, I've usually sprayed that with water to make it damp so that these guys want to stick and come off the matchstick. Then put some more compost on top and the job's done. Okay, so this is Homegrown Veg signing out.